Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family. The Champions League draw will be tomorrow, 18 p.m. Central European time. That's Paris time for everybody. I'm hyped. I'm excited. The Champions League is back, baby. And in this video, we'll be looking at all the possible Paris Saint-Germain opponents. And at the end of the video, I will even showcase the group that I want. And I will even simulate another draft to see what happens in that draw. So let's get into this beauty. First of all, Part A. Obviously, not that much to talk about in Part A because these teams we will not be facing, but these are the teams. It's Napoli, it's City, Benfica, Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern München, Sevilla, Feyenoord, and FC Barcelona. But Part 2. The part there where I want a team. We have FC Porto, we have Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Manchester United, Borussia Dortmund, and RB Leipzig. Some quick information about every meeting. Obviously, United faced them twice recently in the knockout stages and in the group stage. Rashford was their guy. Our guys were Mbappe and Neymar Jr. Obviously, they knocked us out from the Champions League knockout stages and we knocked them out from the group stages. So United, a possibility, but not the team I want because this is the team I want. I want Real Madrid. I want a Kylian Mbappe hat-trick at the Bernabeu where the goals are not disallowed and where we don't give the opponent a victory. But obviously, Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain have a long history in Real Madrid in the Champions League. Even before the QSI came, Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain have played quite few times in the Champions League, and this is the team I want. This is the team I want to face. I believe they are the best team in Part 2. We got Arsenal. Obviously, they come back into the Champions League. We played them one of the last times before they went out from the Champions League. Obviously, in that group stage where Edinson Cavani missed, I don't know, 5 big chances in one game. It was crazy. Another interesting team. We got FC Porto. I remember we met them in the group stage in the first season for me as a PSG fan in the 2012-2013 group stage. But again, they are not a team I want, especially from Part 2. They're much stronger teams. And as I said, and as I always say, I always want the strongest teams to face up. Obviously, Dortmund, a lot of history with them as well, recently in the knockout stages. Obviously, most of their players that we met in that game, Sancho, Haaland, Piszczek, all of them are not playing for Dortmund anymore. Guerrero, but it would be an interesting matchup, an easy one in my opinion. Inter Milan, obviously, recently Champions League finalists. We can get them in the group again. Part 2, as I said, it's Real Madrid, and we have no history with Inter Milan in the Champions League. Obviously, all these pictures are from preseason, and we got RB Leipzig, a team that was constructed really recently, but we played them quite a few times, obviously, in the semi-final of the Champions League where Di Maria dropped an absolute masterclass, and in the group stage where it was very weird, and Atletico Madrid, who again we have never faced in the Champions League. These picks are all from preseason. That's been it for Part 2. This is Part 3. We got Braga, our child club. We own them. We got Red Star Belgrade, AC Milan, Red Bull Salzburg, Lazio, Shakhtar, PSV Rangers, and Antwerp or AEK Athens. Obviously, Red Star faced them in that group stage. Really interesting team. Could be an interesting matchup. I like them. Very historic club. But again, I want a stronger team. Shakhtar United, obviously, we faced them in the 15-16. No, the season before. No, that was 15-16. We faced them, beat them twice. So again, I don't want to be political here. Sporting, obviously, we faced them a long time ago. I believe that's in Toronto Cup or something. But again, I don't want them. Salzburg would be an interesting matchup, but again, wouldn't care about them. And teams in Part 4. These are the teams. We got Celtic, Newcastle, Young Boys, Real Sociedad, Arsenal, Union Berlin, PSV, Copenhagen, or another team. And again, what is this? What is this? Only team I can talk about that we face is Celtic. But again, I want Newcastle from this. And this is the group that I want Paris Saint-Germain to face in the Champions League. It's Paris Saint-Germain, it's Real Madrid, it's AC Milan, and it's Newcastle United. This is the group that I want. Make sure to comment down below what's the group that you guys want. Obviously, I want the strongest possible group. Real Madrid, strongest team in part 2. AC Milan, strongest team in part 3. And Newcastle United, obviously, strongest team in part 4. So this is the group that I want to face. And you know what? Let's simulate the draw now. Let's go. All right. First of all, let's pick a ball. All right, these are the part ones. What? We're Group D. Paris Saint-Germain in Group D. Let's go. Arsenal with Napoli. That's interesting. Real Madrid with Bayern. Inter with Sevilla. Dortmund with Barcelona. City alone there. Porto with Feyenoord. Wow, what a shitty group. Benfica with Paris. PSG get United. PSG get United once again. City, Leipzig, Braga. We get Lazio. Interesting. Let's skip through this a bit quicker here. Shakhtar, Dortmund. All right. What's the fourth team that we can get? Union Berlin. So, what this random site has given us is PSG, United, Lazio, Berlin. Obviously, we would top that group. Interesting. We have never faced Union Berlin and Lazio from what I know. And then United, obviously. Played them quite recently. Bayern, Real, Red Star, Galatasaray, Feyenoord, Porto, Rangers, Antwerp, Barca, Dortmund. I mean, this is a tough Bayern, Real in one group, but they're obviously coming 1 and 2. City getting Leipzig once again. Napoli, Arsenal. That's interesting. Atletico, Benfica, Ooh, Group F here looks really tasty. You got 4 really good teams. Well, boys, make sure to tune in for the live watch along of the Champions League draw tomorrow. As I said, I will be starting it a bit before talking about the teams and everything. But I'm hyped. I'm excited. The Champions League is back, baby. And as I said, comment down below what's the group that you want to face. That's been it for my boy. And as usual, allez, allez. Allez, Paris.